Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of the BTG Podcast, episode number 11. And yes, as you can see, Anwar, we're really excited. And I would say, not wasting more time. 2023 as a year, very bittersweet for us. And I think the entire nation, in terms of the sporting industry.
Yeah.
What are your views on it? Anything that, would you agree to this or not?
Yeah, like you said, our plan was 2023. It's been a landmark year.
Yeah, of course.
There have been good things that have happened, and there have been some tough losses to face.
Yeah, absolutely.
India as a country has seen a lot in the sporting arena. We've seen a lot of success.
Yeah.
And overall, I would say it's been a good year only. We
Yeah.
moved far ahead than we have been in the past.
Right.
But there are some things that weren't so nice also, which obviously everyone knows what I'm talking about. But I'll let you start with...
So we can say the journey has been filled with ups and downs, but in the end there's always a positive outlook to...
As is life.
But I think let's start with cricket, obviously, as cricket is a religion in this country. How we started, we didn't start the year with what I'm going to talk about, but I feel the journey for us started from there. So obviously I'm going to talk about the World Test Championship.
Yeah.
We have spoken about this in our previous episodes as well.
Context also that one of our first episodes was also about cricket.
Cricket only,
and
yes.
that it actually, people really liked it.
Yes.
People that are watching also hopefully appreciate it.
So hopefully we can also give a little more insights in this episode as well.
Yeah.
And the World Test Championship, yes, we lost unfortunately. But if you noticed, the kind of cricket we played in that was not bad. We lost the match. Australia, they outplayed us in terms of batting and bowling. But if you noticed, Rohit Sharma, he was attacking and playing in the match.
Yeah.
Shubman Gill was attacking and playing. Virat played well. Rahane played well. So I felt that gave us that pedestal for good things to come. So the World Test Championship, yes, definitely. I felt that was the start of the new age Indian cricket that we are in right now.
Yeah.
Because I feel the cricket that we have been playing, at least in the past 2 years, and the cricket that we're playing right now, that we have played in the World Cup, that we played in the Asia Cup, is completely different.
Yeah, man, you're right. Yes. We've been, as everyone knows, especially in the World Cup, it looked like our side was invincible. Obviously, that changed in the final match, but that doesn't take away from the fact that those 10 games were a perfect 10. And if you look at it, you know how in NBA they have a regular season and then your playoffs, right? So in the regular season, they have a regular season record.
Right.
And I feel like if you look at our record, despite not winning in the final, it was a 10-1 record and that's bloody amazing.
Yeah, that is no doubt about it. But I feel before we get into cricket and discuss everything, as we mentioned in the start of the episode as well, a historic and a bittersweet year for us in sports. And we cannot forget Asian Games that happened, and 107 medals. This is the highest medal tally that India has had in the sporting history of Asian Games. And it was wonderful. And so there are certain events that happen where everybody comes together and just sits and watches and prays and hopes that the country wins, and I felt this was it. And all the athletes, they made us proud. What do you think about it?
Yeah, bro, you're absolutely right. I think everybody watching will feel ki it was a nation's achievement. It was not an individual's achievement, and it was an achievement in the truest sense. These kind of things bring the nation together, but I feel all the more in the last few years there has been a drive. People are not just ek to gaga over cricket. People are feeling the same
recognizing
thing
other sports
for other sports also. And there's so much unity I'm seeing. Who 5 years ago was following the Asian Games the way with passion that we did this time?
Yes.
I feel there was so many more people rooting for every player.
Yes.
Every medal we won, people were like, bhai, apna medal.
And the best part is people knew about it.
Yeah.
Because if you talk to someone about the Asian Games, they'll just be like, acha, India ne isme medal jeeta, theek hai. People actually knew who's playing today, aaj kiska event hai, kaun sa event. And that is also, a sense of pride that yes, more and more people are following, not just cricket as you mentioned, but other sports as well.
Yeah.
But, to top it all up, 28 gold medals, 38 silver medals and 41 bronze medals.
This is our best tally yet. And crossing the 100 mark only, I remember.
Yeah.
I think it was a It was the badminton match that we won, or I could be wrong. I'm being honest. But point is, I remember the time when we crossed that. I remember. It was a kabaddi match.
The
We were
women's,
playing
right?
the women's kabaddi one in the morning, and then in the
yeah.
evening there was a full controversial men's kabaddi match
where
the way they played that point was fought after for 2 hours they stopped the game.
Correct.
And then they fought and obviously in the end India prevailed, but we had to really fight, and it was not an easy win, and it was against Iran, I remember.
Right.
And that was part of us crossing the 100 mark.
Absolutely. And the fact that you mentioned kabaddi, we have, excelled in so many sports. Athletics, we were, I felt we were the best in athletics. Javelin, then relay.
We weren't the best, because I think China was in terms of
I'm talking about in terms of how
we were the best we've been so far.
It's the best we have been so far.
Yes,
correct.
You're right.
So, and javelin, Neeraj Chopra won the gold.
He's our OG man. Yeah. He's been winning since 2020.
Correct. Actually, much before that, the recognition he got was from the
He even won
Olympics.
Asian Games 2018.
Right.
He got silver, I think.
Yeah.
And then...
he got gold. I'm not sure in that.
Even I'm not sure. But I think that time he was still almost at his peak. The peak obviously started with Olympics. And then it just continued.
In the Diamond League and so
Diamond
many
League,
things,
and then this and wow.
And an optimistic part for the future of the country in terms of javelin as well. The second position was won by Kishore Kumar Jaina.
Yeah.
And the difference between the gold medal and silver medal was minute. It was, I think, a matter of a few centimeters, if I'm not wrong. And initially he was winning.
Yeah, initially
he had the gold medal position, but then
Neeraj had a fantastic
being
throw.
Neeraj,
88 or 89.
88 or 89 or something like that, and then he got the gold medal. But to top it all up, we got first and we got second. And the difference between second and third was major. Like there was a lot of difference between the second position.
There was a major difference. I think it was a guy from some not Scandinavian, but like a Northern Asian country.
Correct.
Thoda Gora type guy.
Yeah. So
and there was a major, like you said, he was I think somewhere in his late 70s.
In terms
of his meters of throw.
I don't think he touched the 8. He was 79, 78, something like that.
Yeah. Maybe even a little lower. But whatever, he was in his 70s. Yeah. And this Neeraj Chopra and Kishore Kumar, they were both in the 80s. So, seeing true. India dominating sport is new. Because new, it's not something we've done for a very long time.
We have dominated only cricket, I would say, that in the last 20 years. I mean, since we won the 1983 World Cup, probably,
that was the beginning of our rise. Yeah.
So, in the past, let's say 30 or 40 years, that's when we have probably recognized ourselves as a cricketing nation, I would say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, coming back to the Asian Games, javelin, squash, we won the mixed doubles gold and bronze medal.
Yeah.
Deepika Pallikal, Harinder Pal Sandhu, and Abhay Singh and Anahat Singh.
Yeah.
We won the gold and bronze over there.
It was damn funny. I saw this post about Abhay Singh and Anahat Singh.
They are siblings, right?
I don't know if they're real siblings, but I saw their post where they treated each other like siblings. So it's like he's like an elder brother. And she looks really small. So I think she might be 16? She looks really young.
She's 18 or something.
She's 18, but she looks really young. So at the time when I saw it on Instagram, I didn't know her age.
So imagine winning a medal at that age.
Exactly.
Which is a good news for us also in terms of our sporting, nation is promoting such young talent. The young talent is winning as well.
Yeah, and shout out to Abhay, bro, because I saw his post.
Yeah.
He really he himself, so in his final match he beat Pakistan.
Right.
Before that he had been beaten by Pakistan. So Pakistan got a little overconfident.
Okay.
And in the game I remember the way it happened, and it was so it was a fight. But Abhay got his last point and he won. He won it, and then he threw his racket and stuff. Oh. And it was amazing.
I didn't see that
It was a very proud moment. Yeah, it was a fantastic match. And then his mixed doubles happened, and I don't know, just to see the camaraderie, the relationship of him and Anahat as an elder brother and her as his... I mean, she was much younger than him, so it was sort of that kind of relationship. There was even some banter where I think he used to pull her leg every other.
I think that's there with every teammate, if you have a teammate. That's there with us also.
Ours is different. Yeah. We know how to pull each other's legs. So. But no, coming back.
And I want to mention Saurav Ghoshal. 37 years of age, a silver medal. I mean, hats off. Respect to that guy. Because 37, he looks so fit. Did you see? I don't know if you
look only 37.
Exactly. His arms are jacked and shit.
He looks max 31. Max.
I feel he is not going to retire anytime soon. That's what he made it clear to the media as well, that, he's not retiring anytime soon. And winning a medal at the age of 37, that is truly an inspiration also.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who might, we are no one to, educate or, advise older people.
Yeah.
But as an example for us and an example for people who probably are in their 30s, early 30s, who are thinking, no, I can't take up sport. Age is just a number.
It is just a number. And Virat Kohli also defies the odds. Yeah. Rohit defies the odds. Dhoni also, even though I know we have a certain opinion, but he still plays IPL. Look at him, he's 40. Yeah. He may not be the fittest person, but I know you have your opinion that we can keep aside, but age is still, like you said, just a number.
Yeah, age is a number. I'm not saying Dhoni is, too old for his age. He's still pretty fit, he can run between the wickets.
He can retire now. This might be a controversial thing to say, but we both do feel that maybe now his time has come.
He should retire. That's what I feel.
He should. I think just playing IPL, I don't know how much of this thing is. But then again, look, there are some people that are diehard fans of Dhoni.
Yeah, it's more from a fan perspective, I would say.
And I think while we might be a little more logical in our opinion, I think some people are, and you can't blame.
See, that's why it's like
he's the kind of player.
Cricket is a religion, so you treat it emotionally as well.
Yeah.
So people may not look at it from a logical point of view as compared to an emotional point of view.
To some extent, maybe even Dhoni's decision is emotional. Although generally we know Dhoni to be the cool, calm, collected, not emotional person. But I feel somewhere maybe because he has always been with CSK. Maybe that's the factor that plays in him.
That could be a contributing factor. I'm not going to deny.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Yeah. We'll see another season of Dhoni.
Season, maybe
another good season, because I'm a Chennai fan, so hopefully we win. But let's see. So now that we're talking about cricket.
Oh, we're going to cricket.
Yes.
Wait, one more thing I want to say about Asian Games.
Yes.
And what we also saw in the cricket team, which will then come into this, the camaraderie between players. All players, doesn't matter the sport, supported each other. Every team I saw so often, other teams, other sports people were coming to watch their games, support the team, and मनोबल बढ़ाने की जो बात होती है.
So in the start of the podcast, I said, new age cricket.
Yeah.
I feel I should correct myself over the new age sport. New age era for sport in India. That's what it is. The camaraderie, the passion with which they play.
Yeah.
And, they push each other to be better. So it's not like I'm just competing with another nation. I'm competing with my own teammates so that I can be better and so that they can be better.
Yeah. True motivation. And a good,
very good. It's
sense.
like healthy motivation, which is required, no matter what.
It is.
I want to come back to badminton. We didn't touch badminton.
You want to talk about
Yes, I want to talk about badminton. Ranki Reddy and Shetty, firstly. The mixed doubles, we won a gold medal in that. They dominate. And they have been...
Bro.
I watched every single match. I used to be working at that time.
You and me were once going for a shoot and we were watching the match in the car.
Correct. Yes. We were in fact coming over here only for a shoot and we were watching match in the car.
Yeah.
So I remember it was like office hours and office days, whatever. My laptop used to be here. My iPad used to be here. And watching this match on the iPad while working.
Yeah.
So they dominate because like my dad has played badminton.
Same.
And he's a huge badminton fan. So that influence comes on you.
Same.
They were lovely. In fact, India's badminton future has been great earlier in the past and it's getting better. It's not stagnant.
Better. Now there are, I think, more people who are as good. Like earlier you always had Saina Nehwal, Pullela Gopichand.
Yeah, Sindhu.
Sindhu's just, she's still young, but like Saina Nehwal's time of people, basically.
Right.
And then now so many more, like so many more.
Lakshya Sen.
Lakshya Sen. Shetty to be said. So you're right, bro. Badminton has been... fantastic, and like you said, because both our dads have watched and loved the sport, it rubs off on us. Similarly, how you love cricket. My dad still loves it more than I do, but I've a little bit lost my, I would say, the love for cricket as much as I had. I still have love, but my passion, I think, is not as much. Anyway, I still obviously love our team. But point is, it's been tremendous, and badminton in particular was amazing. Every sport, like
wrestling, badminton,
archery. Oh my God, we did so well in archery. Like few goals over there.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Sporting, I would say the evolution, like I mentioned, and our sporting future is
very bright.
Very, very bright.
Yeah.
And hopefully, firstly, I'd like to thank all the athletes.
Yeah. No, bow down to the athletes, man.
Yeah.
You've done it for our nation. And
it's very tough.
You've brought a nation of people, 1 billion plus together. So
it's very, very tough to be an athlete. Because you need that, discipline, which is very important. And
the competition in India is so high. There are so many people who are competing to get into the same position as all the athletes that eventually went or end up going. So it's tremendous.
But because of all these things, that's where we are today in terms of our sporting nation. Not the best, but one of the best few contenders, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's only going to get better.
It's just going to get better, no doubt about it.
Now, there was a transition you were going to make earlier. Asian Games cricket, we won gold, obviously.
Both
we were fantastic.
Women's, men's, both.
Women's,
dominated
men's,
there.
All
also.
our fantastic players went. And I love one thing that we discussed earlier as well, that the young players are getting so many chances and opportunities. People are getting to represent India across the board. It's not just the one playing 11. It's so many opportunities now, and now the cricket is also going to be in the Olympics. So that's fantastic. And so many, I mean, the Yashasvi Jaiswal and
Ruturaj Gaikwad,
Ravi Bishnoi, so many of them played so well.
I mean, a few of them have, we know about them because they've played in the IPL before. And I think majority, everybody had played in the IPL, had played probably 1 or 2 seasons. But they haven't, played international cricket at that level. I wouldn't say we were raw, but we weren't very experienced as well.
Correct.
But the young players, I feel when you're young, you have that motivation that I want to, just keep doing so that I can be better, and I can be selected at that stage. I felt personally that they went with that mindset. Obviously, the players are great. That's why they're representing the country.
But no, it's also the mindset. You're right.
And we played very well.
But then coming to now, because we've discussed, now we're venturing into the cricket topic, so we're not going to do any transition. But basically, this year has been the year of cricket, right? There's so many tournaments happened in the same year.
Right.
And the only one that's left is the T20 World Cup, which is next in June. But let's talk about the ones that happened this year, and I want you to lead it because we were discussing some things earlier. So let's get into cricket, man.
I think to start it off with, we already, like the major tournaments, we already spoke about the World Test Championship final and
we did.
how it gave us a stage to be better for the upcoming tournaments. Then the next major tournament that came was the Asia Cup, where we were damn good.
Apna form just before the Asia Cup it started. And in the Asia Cup it was where it went like to the thunder level.
Like we lost a match to Bangladesh in the Asia Cup, but we were playing.
But that's also because they didn't play all our main players.
We didn't play all our main players.
And it was an inconsequential match. We would have anyway.
So that's the reason we didn't play all our main players, because we were probably trying out players or giving an opportunity to the youngsters or to the players who haven't gotten a match. So, and that was inconsequential. So I don't want to count that. But how we played against Pakistan, Kohli getting a century, Rahul getting a century, and our bowlers, literally
decimating.
If that is the right word that can be used, yes. Our bowlers literally decimating the opposition. And our bowlers literally, I would say, performing at their peak level. Which, and the sign that they were doing it during the Asia Cup, just before the World Cup, was, I think, the most positive sign that has ever been there for at least us as fans and spectators. And obviously for the team as well. But hats off to the team for the Asia Cup. We won the Asia Cup. That's a good thing for us. It boosts our morale.
India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and who else?
Oh, Sri Lanka match.
Afghanistan,
and
that's it.
UAE, I think, I'm not sure.
Sorry. That was so bad, bro.
Okay, coming back. So, do you remember the final? I think 50 or 51 all out. Sri Lanka. We won Siraj.
Yeah.
What a beauty.
Bro, Siraj was bowling too well. Like
the ball was
7 wickets.
I mean, the ball was just moving continuously. The batters couldn't even, the swing, oh my god. I mean, so that was such a positive, outlook for the players, and definitely for me as well, that, I'm performing, so I'm at my peak right now, just before the World Cup.
It sets the tone.
And it,
gives you confidence.
It, motivates you also to do better. That, I think us as individuals, and I think everybody, even the players as individuals, you always want to keep doing better.
And can I add one point? I think it also helped us in being fearless.
Often,
hum sochte bahut hai, bro. I can't say it's a quality that Indians have. But like they say, right, we weren't as fearless, but the environment, I feel, in a country is only such, and I'm not saying politically. It just feels like so much has changed. So the environment is making a big difference. Log bhi soch rahe, bro, hum kisse kam hai, bro. Matlab, what are we less than anyone else? And that fearless mindset, I think the
Makes you
Asia
do
Cup
better,
winning added only fuel to that fire
yeah.
of being fearless and like, nahin, bro, we're gonna get it. We back ourselves, like Virat Kohli says, I back myself.
Yeah.
He backs himself and the team backs themselves and everyone plays their role and goes out and does their job. So that's amazing, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, see the tone that was set during the Asia Cup for the World Cup, I felt it couldn't have gotten better, according to me.
Same.
I mean, you're getting a team all out in an Asia Cup final for less than 100 runs, less than 50, 51
Barely
runs.
50.
Yeah. And, I mean, what more do you need? What more of a statement do you have to, give to other people? Yeah, this is the team that we're taking in for the ODI World Cup. And this is the team that is going to win the World Cup. I mean, they couldn't have set a better example for themselves and for us. But, and credit to Rohit Sharma as a captain. Like, how he handled the team during the Asia Cup. I think we saw glimpses of Rohit Sharma, the captain, what he is right now. We have seen it for a really long time. But how to actually lead a team in a tournament, we saw, I would say a trailer or a preview in the Asia Cup.
Leading up to the World Cup.
It was a
fantastic glimpse of
exactly, like
the greatness of Rohit Sharma, the captain.
Exactly. Rohit Sharma, see, he has captained India for more than 2.5 years now. He's been a phenomenal captain, no doubt about it. But exactly, like we were discussing, the glimpse of, the ODI World Cup was, and how he's going to be as a captain was seen over there.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't have like a great Asia Cup season as well, jitna he had in the ODI World Cup, but he played well. So, I would just say that, winning the Asia Cup, it's like, I don't want to call it a consolation prize, but like,
it feels like one.
Now it feels like
and it's funny because in our last episode we were talking about the World Cup because we had shot before the final and we were like, Arey, India jitegi and all, and then obviously the Dukh Dard Peeda happened. Now we are here, 11th episode. It's literally, this is after, now it's been a long time.
It's
and we're in the post.
It marks 1 month tomorrow. 19th, remember, was the final. I remember that.
Yeah.
And
it was a Sunday.
Yes, it was a Sunday. Tomorrow marks a
Sir
month.
was in the stadium. and I was at NSCI.
And I was crying in the stadium.
You actually cried?
Yeah.
Shit, actually?
Yeah, so, okay, since we're talking about this.
Because, that's good personal.
Yeah. When India lost, I went for a lot of matches. I went for the India-Pakistan match in Ahmedabad. I went for the India-New Zealand match in Wankhede and for the final. And I'd gone for the Australia-Afghanistan match also where Maxwell scored a double century.
Oh, yeah.
So I was following this World Cup with a lot of passion, with a lot of excitement. And me being a diehard cricket fan, I was like all in. Like, match hai, I don't care. I'm going to watch the entire match. It was like that. So like, I felt the fact that I did cry after we lost the match, if it was very like, I felt really bad for the team and I felt really bad for Rohit and Virat.
Yeah.
Like, that hurt more, I would say.
Yeah.
And like I would say, it hurts more than a breakup. But it hurt really bad. And I think it still does hurt, I'm not going to lie. It still hurts to see with all that is going on right now, IPL and all that. I think we'll come to that. Yes, we'll come to that later. But with all that's happening right now, I was really sad. Every one of us, we were all sad with how the team had played. But I think it hurts more as a cricket fan, as a diehard cricket fan. And especially when you've seen the team live in,
so many matches.
In a lot of instances, so many matches you've gone and you've seen the team live and you've cheered with passion, with intensity, because the India-New Zealand match also, till Williamson and Daryl Mitchell, they were playing. It was, we were all getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I still remember the moment Williamson got out, the full stadium went mad.
Erupted, man.
Full stadium went mad.
Both of us were there in the stadium.
Yeah.
What an experience.
Full stadium went mad. Then Shami, beauty, just a beauty.
Too good.
7 wickets for Shami as well. But okay, so I want to now get a little, deeper into the Cricket World Cup, because like I said, it's something that has hurt every single Indian and it's something that still hurts me, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about others, but it hurts me. I cried, whatever. But
I cried.
No, I'm not a very emotional person that way.
Yeah,
you know that. I don't show my emotions that much.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be in the next episode. But okay, anyways.
It's okay. Public dekhegi hua na bhi.
So how we started, India, Australia, to how we ended the group stage with India-Netherlands, we were phenomenal. Like, every single aspect, bowling, batting, fielding, we were the best.
Dude, I loved the fielding medal. That was the coach did.
Yeah,
and the thing, the way you could see, like, everybody was talking about it.
The way the excitement of the players,
the team,
exactly.
The excitement.
Exactly. So, one thing that I want to credit, India's performance has been great, no doubt about it. Rohit being a selfless player, a selfless captain. I felt we wouldn't have, I'm not saying we wouldn't have qualified, but probably we wouldn't have finished first, or we wouldn't have made it to the final also if Rohit had not played those innings that he played, giving us those nice steady starts, and not caring about if I'm getting
his
out
own runs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not
just
caring
like, bro, I gotta get us off the mark, get us across the line, and everybody played their role so perfectly.
Exactly.
It felt like you could almost, like, by the time we reached our 10th game, you could read what the role was. And every game consistently, every player playing the role that they've been given.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
And one more thing, like, exactly, players playing the role that they have been given and playing it to perfection, I would say. I'm not even going to say playing it to the, their full potential. I would use the word perfection.
Perfection, they did it very right. Yeah, they did it very right. The only player I would say who didn't is unfortunately Surya.
Like, I'm not seeing the final where he should have, he did not. But if you notice other matches where he has gotten a chance, he's barely just got a few balls to score, and he has hit like a few runs in that. So I'm not going to, take this moment away from him.
And plus, he play in general as a player, he's good.
Yeah, look at what he's done in the Australia series, South Africa series, century. But then people question why Surya can only play in T20s and can't play in ODIs.
Yeah. But why do you think that is? I have not understood yet why. I mean, obviously I know the formats are different.
Yeah.
Basic thing I know.
Yeah.
But why is this performance difference in Surya there so strongly?
See, what I feel, Surya has definitely played a lot more T20 games as compared to one-day games, no doubt about it. And one day as a format also, I seriously don't know how different it is in terms of mentally, in terms
even perhaps physically.
Physically, okay, yeah, you're playing 100 overs, 50 overs each side, and in T20 you're just playing 40 overs, 20 each side. But at the end of the day, it's still white ball cricket and how you perform. So I really can't put a reason behind why Surya does not play that well in ODIs as compared to T20s. I feel ODIs probably the necessity to hit isn't as much as compared to T20s. ODIs you can play aram se.
You can play thoda aram se.
Exactly. And I don't think that's Surya's game. Surya's game is to hit. So sometimes when you're playing too aram se also, there's a chance of you getting out.
You feel out of place also.
Exactly.
I think that's what happens to him.
Exactly. So there is a chance of you getting out as well if you're not playing your natural game. So T20 is just his format. I feel he owns the format. So he plays naturally, and that's where he gets I'm not saying he's under pressure, but you can't hit every ball in ODIs also. You need to play
wicket bacha ke khelna
wicket bacha ke bhi khelna padta hai, runs bhi banane padte hain. So that's a little like I seriously can't put a reason.
That's not his forte, but we can just say that's not his forte. And he's better at the shorter form where he can hit more freely.
Right.
He doesn't have that dabav of if I have to control my way of playing.
Right.
I think that's what maybe happens to him. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. So backtracking a little, we were speaking about the fielding medal ceremony that happened after every single match. More to it, you saw the excitement of the players when the winner was announced.
Every video. And then every time, every match, the way they announced it kept getting better and better.
Exactly. There's always a unique way of announcing sometimes it used to come on the
stadium
TV screen. Then sometimes the drone used to get it, or that whatever.
Once they did some light thing also.
Yeah, they did some light thing.
Wrote the name.
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro.
So that rover and all was coming in. Then sometimes you saw those fielding. They were lifting.
Sachin's video. There was one video where Sachin announced the.
I don't
know if that was in the World Cup or that was some other time. But there was one video where Sachin, literally his video came and he announced the winner.
Right. I don't remember. I don't see it. But so if at all Sachin has done that. So such a unique way for announcing every single.
It's something to look forward
to.
Every time.
So a unique way of presenting the medal every single time, and the enthusiasm of the players. So that tells you how their bond was during that, tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, say more, but credit has to be given to Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. For the team bond. I mean, credit has to be given for a lot of things, but specifically the team bonding that has happened under Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid. I mean, I want to ask this question to you. Have you ever seen a team, be so close to each other in any of the tournaments, at least in the past 20 to 25 years?
Not in my recent memory, though, for sure. Yeah. And even if there has been camaraderie, because friendship to hoti, obviously. Yeah. But let me put it this way. The players are having fun. You're not seeing stress.
Yeah.
There is naturally pressure and stress hota hai. But they are all, they've, I think, become so good. They're backing themselves. And they are not playing with stress. They're playing to enjoy themselves also.
Yeah,
they're like, absolutely. No, bro. If I wanna do well for my country, I can't be like, "Arey, serious hoke khelna." Like, I think that's one thing that I saw and felt that has changed, and that is the players were bonding really well. They were tightly knit. Friendship, camaraderie, brotherhood, whatever you want to call it, was at its best.
Yeah.
But I think the reason or the change, X factor, or the change that I saw in the team is that everybody was bloody hell playing from their heart, like dil se bolna. They were dil se khelna, bro. Like they were owning it and they were playing very, very well.
So I was saying Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma. Okay, might be a little controversial, but I want to say this. I feel, with all that has happened, with how Rohit has led the team, whichever tournament it has been, even last year T20 World Cup, this year Asia Cup, the World Test Championship and the ODI World Cup. I personally feel Rohit Sharma is the best captain that India has seen in the last 20 to 25 years. Without a doubt.
Why do you think that?
Okay, I'm going to cite examples from the ODI World Cup. The way he led the team in terms of the way he led the team all the way to the final, firstly. The way the team performed in every single match, how the team were with each other, how the team, the bond like we spoke about, and the role that was assigned to each and every player to make sure that, players, because if you give a role to a player, the player also needs to be comfortable at the same time playing that role. So, how he managed the team in terms of giving those responsibilities, making sure those responsibilities are taken care of, not just the batsmen, even the bowlers, who to give the ball to, at which time, the bowling changes was spot on. And, I don't want to just cite one instance from a Cricket World Cup. Even how Rohit has performed in India, outside of India, how India won so many matches outside of India under his captaincy, as compared to a lot of other captains lately, we did not win a lot of matches outside of India. We were only winning in India. I would say probably after Virat, we started winning. Like Virat was the captain, I think, who set the tone of winning outside of India.
Outside of India.
Yeah, and Virat, no doubt about it, the best test captain we have seen in the last 20-25 years. Rohit, I would say best overall captain we have seen in the past 20 to 25 years. So, I
know you.
Yeah.
I think also you can see the impact. When you can see the impact, you can say someone has done a good job or not.
And it's not like I'm the only one saying this. You would have so many people. I remember we put a poll on BTG, Rohit the batter or Rohit the captain. People voted Rohit the captain. And his captaincy has just been impeccable. Firstly, it's not easy to win 5 IPL trophies as it is.
Yeah.
And people say Mumbai Indians had the best team or whatever. The team has been made by him, na?
Yeah.
He has developed all the players. Like, he personally hasn't developed all the players, but he has,
there is a leadership role.
Exactly.
I think even if the leader doesn't directly do it,
Yeah.
it's a tone the leader sets. It's a mindset the leader creates.
Yeah.
It's also the inspiration or motivation, encouragement that Rohit gives.
Yeah.
Or any leader gives. So you do set the tone to some extent, whether you're the coach of the team or whether you're the captain. I think both, if you can hand in hand carry the team forward, which we saw Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma do, then you can see the impact it creates. It creates magic.
True. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a correct word to use. It creates magic. And I felt, you might feel bad for Rohit, might feel bad for Virat, probably the last ODI World Cups, but I also feel bad for Rahul Dravid. This was because this was his World Cup to win as well. He is one of the few greats of the game who hasn't ever won a World Cup. So, he deserved this World Cup along with, all the other players, no doubt about it, but more for Rahul Dravid as well. You feel bad for him because he has been a phenomenal coach, no doubt about it. But you have your own bitter moments at the same time. You win some, you lose. You win some, you lose some at the end of the day. But winning, dominating, I would say, and decimating every single opposition that you have had to just lose in a final. That too, I felt we had a lot of unlucky instances as well.
Yeah.
Like Travis Head, who won man of the match, the ball missed the stump 3-4 times when Bumrah was bowling. So I felt, the statement luck favors the whatever.
Whatever the statement is, the point is luck. किसी के side पे होता है, किसी पे नहीं होता.
And I felt, I always feel that Australians, they have a way of just making it through somehow. They lost, I think, 2 or 3 matches to start with.
Yeah. In fact, they were quite at the bottom.
They were 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
And from there coming up to making the semi-final to, winning the final. In fact, even in the semi-final, it was pretty close between South Africa and Australia.
It was.
Because they were 8 wickets down or something. They just won by 2 wickets towards the end of it.
But the worst part after all this, after India lost, it was a heartbreaking loss for us naturally. Ahmedabad, 1 lakh ke upar log dekh rahe hain. And we lost in our own home country to a team like Australia, which honestly some people don't like. But whatever, everything said and done. Australia played, was the better team. They won. Fair and square, chalo theek hai. But Australia won and they went back to Australia. You saw that video of Pat Cummins at the airport?
No, which one?
There was a video of the Australian team coming back. I think it was just mainly Pat Cummins who they were showing. Koi ruka nahi hai. Nobody is at the airport. Nobody's waiting to welcome them.
Yes,
nobody's there to meet them. It's so normal. Like he's like a regular citizen who's just come back. And they won the bloody Cricket World Cup. Like, I mean, we know the value of it in India. I'm not saying everyone has to value it the same way. But you just see the stark contrast in the way it's perceived. And it was just laughable. The way we went back and no one even cared. Like, see, I don't think no one cared, but it was not nothing. Like, it was like koi regular person is coming, taking a cab and going home.
Imagine if we would have won the World Cup. Firstly, Ahmedabad, there wouldn't have been place to walk on the roads, I feel. Everyone would have been out. And I don't think it's very normal for Australians to think, "Arey, World Cup hi to jeet ke aaye, kya badi baat hai?" I don't think it's like that. So, you never know. Like, I don't know why that happened.
I think it's just difference in perception. Cricket might not be the main sport. I don't know.
No, cricket's a pretty big sport.
It's a pretty big sport there, but I think obviously nothing like India because of our sheer population. Australian population is also very less, so I think that makes a big difference.
Probably.
And then again, it's your perception. It's the way people see your team and your this thing. You won, it's fantastic. But obviously the reaction there versus the reaction here is a world of a difference.
Yeah, like you said, population definitely makes a difference.
Their sheep population is more than human population. You can imagine. साले अपने उतने लोग तो मुंबई में we have more than Australia, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, and Australia is a massive country.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, pretty huge. So, like as we said, feel bad for Rohit, feel bad for Virat, feel bad for Rahul Dravid. But one thing that I would want to touch upon is during the World Cup, we had tons and tons of records, I would say. But one record that people were, overjoyed. Us as Indians, Virat getting his 50th ODI ton and all. But there was also a debate about him being very selfish about all the tons that he scored in the ODI World Cup.
Yeah.
So, firstly, what do you think about it? Like,
I think it's bullshit. Look, I think there were roles assigned.
Yeah.
And Virat played his role.
Yeah.
Virat was told to play not slow, but like to play smart.
To stick
out till the end. In case anything goes south, you still have Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
That's enough said, right?
Yeah.
So Virat did his job in most matches. I don't think there were only 1 or 2 matches where he didn't score very well. Everything else, so he pretty much scored 50 plus and all, right? So him getting his tons and getting not just the good runs for India that were needed, but also crossing the record that he had to cross. I think it's also because he had tough years leading up to this year becoming better for him. And so to see him shine and the players supporting that, not supporting it in an individualistic way. Like, look, you can say it's individualistic if the rest of the team is not performing well. And if the impact of your 100 is not creating a win. If your team is winning and you're getting your 100 and that's taking us par, what more do you want?
Absolutely. So, one thing that I want to point out to everybody hating on Virat Kohli for getting to his centuries, I just want to cite, an example, and I would want your opinion on it. You're a cricket player. You have scored n number of centuries. Your team is comfortably winning. You're at 95 or 96. why wouldn't you take a few extra balls to get to your century?
Yeah, why not? And look, like, you can say what you want about certain players, like let's say Gautam Gambhir or any other player.
Yeah.
They were the older players, their opinions and their thought process and everything was shaped differently.
Yeah,
Virat Kohli is more of a go-getter.
Yeah.
I feel you can't, it's like, you know, saying कि younger generation ऐसा ही है.
Yeah.
अरे भाई, but point of view तो अलग है ना. Like the way my opinion is shaped, the way my thought process is shaped is different.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think it was wrong that KL allowed Virat, not allowed, but whatever, they had that understanding, defended those balls, let Virat get his 100 because he deserves it, man.
Yeah.
I would not be sad if a player like Virat Kohli is getting 100 and usko chance hai, usko thoda zyada khilna pad raha hai, but if he's getting it, bro. Like, what's the problem?
Exactly. When you're winning the match, when you're in that state of position that, you know, you're not sacrificing on anything to get to your century.
And there's nothing selfless, if I'm being honest, in not getting your 100.
Yeah.
Why? Opportunity is there, then grab the damn opportunity. Why?
Yeah. So many.
This is a. Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant, but this is the problem with us as Indians. We put the other person down when they're doing well all the time. दूसरा अच्छा कर रहा है, find some fault. अरे why bro? He's doing well. Let him do well ना. Why? नीचे खींचने की जरूरत क्यों है?
I felt people got a little emotional in terms of, you know, like you should focus on the net run rate. You should not waste so many balls and all that. But my simple answer to this is when you're in a winning position, when you're comfortable enough, you know, obviously net run rate has to be kept into...
4-5 balls more he played, bro. That's it.
Like, see, I'm not going to deny in a tournament, net run rate plays a lot. It does. It plays an important role if, you know, let's say you have lost considerable amount of matches and, you know, in the 4th or 5th position or whatever.
Yeah, if you're in a tough spot like Australia, let's take. If Australia, Virat Kohli played for Australia and he was doing the same perhaps, and they were not in the best of positions in the tournament.
Initial stages.
Then
probably you could have questioned that what are you doing.
And I think Virat is wise enough to not do it when you know you should not.
See,
he's not dumb.
I think that's the best way to put it. He also knows what my team needs and everything. So I think that's the best way to put it. So exactly, the anchor role that was played in the Cricket World Cup was played by Virat Kohli.
Absolutely.
He was told to hold one end, and I don't know if you've seen the videos where he's actually signaling it to the dressing room and asking them, "Is everything all right? Am I playing fine? Is, you know, do I need to do something else?" And he's been given instructions.
The message, Ishan
exactly. So he's been given instructions and, you know, play this, play that, don't do this, don't do that. And to everybody who's been saying that he's been playing slow, he has consistently been playing at a strike rate of 95-100, which is all right in an ODI match, honestly.
And man, if your role is to stick it out, then you're sticking it out. If your role is like the Surya Kumar to hit, then you're hitting the balls. And I think that's fine.
But, you know, we are talking about Virat. I want to, like, extend this a little. Credit to Shreyas Iyer also. The century that he scored.
Shreyas Iyer. How did he's actually a gem. He played so well. It took him a while to find his rhythm. But when he found it, he did so well.
Those sixes that he hit straight down the ground. The sheer timing. It's beautiful. He's a beautiful player to watch, Shreyas Iyer. Like, he is. I'm not saying that, you know, that he's a bad player or whatever. Sometimes each player has their own phase. Sometimes initially he wasn't able to get his rhythm when he came back from the injury, but, you know, in the Asia Cup and at the start of the start of the ODI World Cup, the way he has played, he scored a century.
And the team backed him.
Exactly. He scored two continuous centuries. One against Netherlands, one against New Zealand. Okay, he got for a duck in the ODI, the final. But, you know, how he has been playing. Even yesterday versus South Africa, he got a beautiful 50.
Wow.
And Shreyas Iyer has been consistent. I'm not going to say consistently, but Shreyas Iyer has been performing very, very well for India. Honestly. Like, the role, that's what I'm telling you. Every single player in the team that we had, 11 of them, they performed their role to perfection. Starting with the top order batsmen, middle order batsmen, the lower order, the bowlers, everyone. Bowlers played exceptional. Kuldeep. How Kuldeep has played. Kuldeep spun the teams around, I feel. He was playing with them. He was toying with them. Kuldeep played very well. Shami played very well. Siraj played very well. Bumrah played very well. But in the end...
I know. In the end, Destiny had other plans. But, you know, to put an end to this topic and then before we move on to the next thing that we wanted to discuss... I want to say this, that we're saying everyone played their role so well. There's that quote now where the world is a stage and each man plays a part. Each person, not just a man. But I think that's what they did. They embodied that, bro. If you like all of us, this is a little philosophical, but all of us have a certain, I think, role to play, a certain purpose in this world.
I mean, to sum it, I felt Virat as a player, the entire team, I would say, the role that he was given, Shreyas was given, every player that we have spoken about has been impeccable, and to say it again, wasn't enough at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But still, hats off to the entire team, hats off to the the coaching staff, the supporting staff, and BCCI, of course. Now, considering we said BCCI, a major event is coming up.
Transition.
Yes, a major event is coming up now.
Yep.
And, the IPL auction is also now on Thursday, which is the 19th. And, it's tomorrow. It's a Tuesday. It's the 19th. And before the auction, there's already been a buzz about so many things that have happened.
People have been comparing the IPL to Maharashtra politics. And I saw one damn funny meme, and then obviously we'll get into the meaty stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody said Devendra Fadnavis told Jasprit Bumrah to go with 5 players and take the oath of captaincy at Antilla. Did you understand?
No.
Abey, how Fadnavis himself went and took oath. So because Hardik Pandya came in and wanted to become captain, Devendra Fadnavis, some meme was there, Devendra Fadnavis tells Jasprit Bumrah to take 5 players and go to Antilla to take the oath of captaincy.
Okay.
He says, I have the majority.
Right.
So that was damn funny, bro.
But
anyway, getting to the main...
Mumbai Indians, Hardik Pandya coming in, firstly...
The shock. Mujhe pehle shock beta when Hardik left Gujarat. That
correct,
only was a shock. I was
Yeah.
like, why? He did well. He was captain. People were saying it's because he said, I lost to Dhoni, so it's fine. I don't think that's the only reason, obviously. But he left. That itself was a shocker. He joined Mumbai. Okay, chalo, theek hai, join kar liya. Okay, khatam baat. Chalo, good, we got a good player. They made Shubman Gill captain of Gujarat. Chalo, few days mein, I was like, okay with it.
Yeah.
Then, as the reports came and things
Sacking
came out,
Rohit Sharma.
and then the main occurrence, the main event was that Rohit Sharma a few days ago was sacked as captain of MI to be replaced by Hardik Pandya. They announced that Hardik Pandya is a new captain, and then they thanked Rohit. And other IPL teams also thanked Rohit on their Instagram pages.
So imagine the impact he had as a captain for a team that, even other franchisees are posting for you.
Exactly. And so it was a shock. But the real shock came not when the captaincy changed. I thought Rohit himself must have taken a step back. Rumor has it that Hardik said he'll join MI only if he is given captaincy. What are your thoughts on
Firstly, backtracking a little, the reason that he left Gujarat was because he wanted more money. Which Gujarat was...
greedy.
Which Gujarat, I think apparently didn't want to or weren't able to, whatever the reason may be. But Mumbai Indians, obviously, the joint most successful franchise in the history of the IPL. And, they could afford to pay him, so they got him back.
Yeah.
And that was a shocker, sacking Rohit Sharma from captaincy and putting Hardik Pandya in charge. And I don't know if you've noticed also, Mumbai Indians' followers have also drastically dropped.
Yeah, I saw.
So, and everyone, it's not like, we are shocked. Everyone's shocked about, the decision.
It's all over Twitter also.
Yeah.
People are saying that fans will be a little disappointed and supporters will, like some people burn jerseys and all also.
Yeah, exactly. They're burning jerseys and there's so many things that are happening. So imagine, an IPL, I feel IPL is more followed as compared to, probably a bilateral series or something. Yeah. So, in that sense, I don't know if Rohit Sharma voluntarily stepped down, because if he would have stepped down, there would have been a post on his Instagram or, an official statement, that, this is there, I'm officially stepping down as captain or whatever. And that's it. But
I think he was snubbed.
Yeah, it's very evident that, the Mumbai, I would say coaching support staff or whoever it is, and the Mumbai board of directors, whatever it may be, they have removed Rohit Sharma from captaincy. I don't know if it's just because he lost in the World Cup final, so that's why they've removed him from captaincy. I don't think his captaincy is in question over here. He is without a doubt the best captain India has seen in the last 20-25 years. And quite a shocker, honestly.
Exactly.
To get Hardik in as captain. I'm not saying Hardik is a bad captain.
Hardik as a player is okay.
Yeah.
And Hardik is, you're right, captain, he's fine. He got Gujarat their first title.
And he made the final last year.
Exactly. So I think it was a shock. It's a shock if it's true that they removed Hardik. Sorry, they removed Rohit.
Yeah.
That they put Hardik in his place, and the terms were... And by the way, they got him for an undisclosed amount of money.
So imagine, it would have been much more than what was quoted.
We don't know. They said 15 crores, but I think it's... there was a report that said it's undisclosed, the sum of money that he actually got.
I'm pretty sure there is some money that is... some extra money other than those 15 crores that is involved in, getting Hardik Pandya back.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Gujarat could have afforded to get him, to retain him for 15 crores or whatever the amount may be. So there is definitely some amount of money that is being moved here and there in terms of getting Hardik back to Mumbai Indians. And of course, Mumbai can afford it.
And I want to take my word back of greedy or no, because it's too negative. But I feel it's just shocking. If the sequence of events is such that Hardik was bought by MI because he wanted more money, that's why he chose to go there. He wanted to be captain, so he told them, I'm only coming if you're making me captain. They removed Rohit. Rohit didn't communicate it directly himself.
Yeah.
And that...
And there's been no official statement by Rohit.
There's been no official statement.
Exactly.
But Rohit is a Mumbai boy. So to be snubbed, and many people on Twitter were saying a non-Mumbai person being captain may not be accepted by some people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All of this seems a little fishy, a little strange, although it's just shocking if it's true. Because to me, I mean, if I were in their place, I would not do it. Obviously, we may not do certain things anyway, but it's just shocking. If the action is as is being said is true.
So now I don't know how the fans are going to, because fans are very emotional, especially for all these big teams, Chennai, Mumbai, RCB and all. It's more of an emotion as compared to, logic. So I don't know how fans are. Definitely they aren't perceiving it to be good right now. I don't know how they're going to perceive it going ahead. Whether Hardik will be able to do as good as a job that Rohit has done with Mumbai, and whether Hardik will be able to live up to the expectations.
And there hopefully is no rift between Hardik and
Rohit. Yeah.
Because that's also a big deal.
That is one very important aspect that needs to be considered as well.
Yeah.
Because there are still reports that Rahul will lead the team in the T20 World Cup.
I saw.
Yes. So
he's still the preferred choice.
He's still the preferred choice.
I saw that.
And it's quite shocking because right now you have Surya also, who's captaining India and is doing a good job. It's okay, he's just captained India for a couple of matches, but he has played well. So Surya also could have been an option, but bringing Hardik in, okay, Hardik has much more experience in captaincy, I would say, and he has been successful as well. But when you have those options, seniority and...
when you already have someone who's doing a great job, why will you replace?
Yeah. If you look at experience...
Unless he's stepping down himself.
Fair enough. And he's getting you the results.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not getting you results. And like I said, experience-wise, Hardik has more seniority than Surya. Yeah. But age-wise, Surya has more seniority than Hardik. So now I don't know how the team atmosphere is going to be when Mumbai Indians actually come in. If Rohit is going to play for Mumbai or not. There are reports that Rohit might end up leaving Mumbai. And if that happens,
oh my God,
then I don't know how Mumbai Indians fans, how they're going to react.
They may not be happy then.
They're definitely not happy right now.
Right now, they're not, for sure.
And
even I'm not.
Yeah.
To be frank.
Yeah. And if Rohit actually ends up leaving Mumbai Indians and going for, let's say...
CSK. Or RCB.
I would prefer if he comes to CSK.
Actually, Rohit should go to Gujarat now.
That'll be something.
Yeah.
But, I see, so all these things that happen, even if you see Virat's history also in terms of captaincy, irrespective of what Saurav Ganguly or people say that we did not remove him, he resigned himself. I feel, right now what lacks is respect that the players deserve. You give so much for a franchise or a country or a team, whatsoever it may be. But in the end, you don't get that respect that you have earned. It's not like you deserve it. You've earned it. And yeah, obviously, if you earned it, you deserve it. But it's not like just because you're the captain, I should respect you. Correct. Just because you're this, I should respect you. You have earned that respect. You've started from a level that has been low and you've built yourself up to that level where, you can demand that respect. So that is what is a little shocking that, and shocking more from a Mumbai Indians point of view. Mumbai Indians as a team has been phenomenal in terms of taking care of its players, in the team bond,
like
whatever.
Marco Jansen.
Yeah, like Marco Jansen. So Mumbai Indians it was very, very, it was a complete shocker.
Yeah, the genius of Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, and I feel, I mean, I'm a die-hard CSK fan, but I feel Mumbai Indians should not do a Chennai Super Kings by, I'm sorry to say this, but by, backing up players from an emotional point of view. Like Chennai is doing for Dhoni. I'm sorry, but that's the case.
What do you think? Will Dhoni retire next year or no?
He better, I mean.
Elaborate.
Yeah, so what I feel is right now Dhoni is just playing for the sake of it. You don't see it has to be money, no doubt about it. But how much would he be getting? Probably 15, 16, 17 crores, whatever the amount.
He must be making more in brand deals.
Yeah, he would be making much more than that in endorsements. But
maybe it's also like we were saying earlier, that emotional fans.
Yeah, but that is what I'm saying. When you don't take the sport seriously and you just take it for the sake of it, it doesn't do you justice. And he's not even,
like, I love Dhoni, but he's not performed yet. In the
last few IPLs, now Chennai won the last IPL, so people are going to be like, Dhoni, this, that, and this, that, yeah. But like a lot of people say,
I think my happiness is in seeing Dhoni bat also well.
Yeah.
Maybe as a keeper, he
just hit 2-3 6. His keeping is also not that great right now, I would say. Like, as compared to what he was the best keeper, in world cricket when he was. But now it's not that great. Obviously, with age,
and then all your knee problems.
Yeah, you're not at the peak of your game. But right now, I feel it's time that, he steps down. He has done a great job for the country. We have won every single ICC title under him. But I feel right now, you should, there's a limit for everything. I feel the limit has been crossed by him. So Dhoni as a player, you should have, I felt when Chennai won in 2021, that should have just been,
मैं पल दो पल का शायर.
Yeah, like I feel that should have been, that was a nice farewell for him. Okay, last year was also good, he won the IPL, but that was good. You're at a decent age. Exactly, you're at a decent age. You're what, 39? That time was 39. You're 39 years old. You're at a decent age to even retire from franchise cricket.
To be honest.
Yeah, and you won the IPL, so it's like a good this. Then the statement came in, no, I want to give Chennai a see off, and Chennai fans deserve it and all. Okay, you play one more season. Now one more season is just emotional, and I just feel like you practice just a month or a month and a half before the tournament, and that's about it. Like, you're not that serious for the game, so that's how I feel.
And leave it. Make place for others.
Develop other people. Like,
become a mentor or a coach for CSK. Continue in that.
Yeah, exactly. But as a player, like I mentioned, emotional point of view, and I feel it's high time that Dhoni retires from all forms of cricket. I mean, he only plays the IPL, but it's high time. I personally feel this season he shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's playing great. As a Chennai fan, I'm happy. But as a cricket fan, I would say Dhoni.
Nothing. We'll cut that.
As a cricket fan, you got to take it easy. You got to relax now.
Yeah.
But I feel he probably would be developing, because the next probable captain for Chennai would be Ruturaj Gaikwad. So let's see if he's given a chance in the future. Let's see if Dhoni plays another season next year.
Yeah.
But no matter what we have discussed, through the entire podcast, through this episode.
Yeah.
And to summarize it, the future of Indian cricket, of Indian sports, I would say.
And the future captaincy.
Everything included. I think we should have a bright enough, future to look forward to. Controversies here and there keep happening. That's, I think,
बड़े-बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी-छोटी बातें होती
हैं. Yeah. So you should look at the bigger picture.
Yep.
And to all the Mumbai fans, hopefully Rohit Sharma doesn't leave. Yeah. But if he leaves, he should come to Chennai. And
I feel he should leave, bro. मजा आएगा. Controversy will be more like there'll be more. How do I say it? Mirch masala. IPL will become interesting. To be honest, now I feel IPL is थोड़ा stagnated, repetitive हो गया है. Like same वही 2 महीना, same. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel an emotional connect for IPL. I think a lot of other people would disagree with that.
Yeah.
But somehow...
exactly. So what I'm saying, me as a cricket fan, I look at things logically rather than from an emotional perspective. I got emotionally attached to the World Cup. That's the reason.
But that's a World Cup.
But IPL में मतलब क्या है? Like, people का यही है, that excitement, that craze, this, that, so it's purely emotional.
Yeah. And I think it's the atmosphere, the experience.
Yeah.
You're getting to see players play together. Something new, something unique.
You're getting to see an Indian against an Indian. So it's more to do with that also. लोग बोलते हैं ना, Virat versus Rohit, अभी होगा Hardik versus Rohit. And
but they should now make something new out of the IPL. Like they should keep adding new elements.
Like
Every
last
season
year,
kuch naya hona
they did
chahiye.
that impact player
Impact
rule.
player. That was very good. That was actually nice. I liked that element. They should add some more stuff like that. And they should add maybe more teams. Yeah, now I feel.
If they add more teams, the league is going to go for a very, very long. Like the Premier League goes on for a year because there are 19 teams. And
But that's fine. Na maza to aayega. Thoda change.
so that is what I'm saying. Cricket is not a club sport itna zyada as compared to
It
a
is
country
not.
sport.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is not.
Cricket is more of a country.
Like you have to also observe what the point you made that it's not like football.
Yeah.
The sport itself is different.
Exactly.
And you can't play it all year round.
Like football, you don't see countries that much. It's just probably the World Cup, Euro Cup, all
It's
that.
every
all those
like
things.
what few years.
Yeah.
Barely. Otherwise, all year long.
Like they
you
do,
play only a
they do
cup
have
sport.
friendly matches and all, but there's no
Not much.
as compared to cricket, definitely not. But they do have matches. But obviously, like I mentioned, cricket is not a club sport; it's a country sport.
It's a country sport.
And hopefully, let's see if the future of Indian cricket is bright. Definitely, it is bright. It is bright. But
Yashasvi, this Jaiswal and all these players, I
Tilak
am
Verma.
very in admiration of. So I think we have a very good scope. I think the good thing is our talent pool is never less. That's one thing. Touch wood for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Our talent pool is less.
Not less, yeah.
Is not less.
Yeah.
And that gives us a good outlook for the future. So and on that note, putting an end to the 2023,
Yes.
the year that has been filled with ups and downs.
yes,
But it
a
has
lot of
been
learnings.
A lot of learning. It's
Yeah.
been bittersweet. I think
Yes.
that's the best way to
Yes.
describe it, like you said in the start.
Yeah.
And we'll always love our country and our team. We'll bleed blue till the day we die. And
Yes.
whatever happens, I mean, look, wins and losses come, but you gotta, on a human level, see that
Accept it.
people have put
Yeah.
effort and accepted, and that we
Try to be
performed
better,
well.
yeah.
We had a historic season despite the loss in the main game. And I think, we just have to be there for our team and believe in them. And I think we'll continue performing. Yeah, like
Yes.
it'll get better. I hope.
It definitely will get better, and I think that's just more and more better things to look forward to.
Yeah.
So,
So on
on
that
that
note,
thank you
Thank
for
you guys
bearing with us.
very much, and see you in the next
Next
episode, which will be our year-end episode. Be sure to watch that. We're waiting for that. We're going to shoot it right after this, but you will see it.
Fair warning, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff that is to do with personal life.
Yeah, we want to get a little personal with all of you because of the love that they have shown to us.
Yes.
So we're getting a little personal. So yeah.
And it's the year end.
Yes.
It's
So
the
when you-
festive season, Christmas plus New Year's Eve. So
End on a fun note. we
and
would
end
say.
on a fun note,
Yes.
and recap the year that has been for us as well, because this was a sports recap or a cricket recap.
Yes.
But from our heart, because this is something
Dil
that
se
has been
recap.
a passion project of ours, and more than passion project, it's something we feel ignited by. So yeah, I mean, I can go on.
I think
and
we'll
on.
continue this in the next episode.
We'll continue this in the next
Yes.
episode. But for now, see you guys. Thank
Bye
you so much
guys.
for
Thank
watching.
you. Cheers. See you all in the next episode.
Cheers.